A playground is a place where kids go and they learn to work with each other, they learn team building skills, they learn interpersonal skills. I really think character and leadership development happens first on the playground in many cases. And so we use the playground as an opportunity to do that as an extension of our club. And so a playground like this says to our kids, you matter, that we are here, we care about you, and that we want to make sure that this environment that you're learning and growing in speaks to the point that you matter.
This is such an interesting dream. It's a dream that actually goes all the way back 15 years ago to a time when I was a student at Georgia Tech. And back in Easter 2007, we actually went down to Chalmette, Louisiana, just east of New Orleans, and built a playground in the span of a weekend to celebrate Easter and to celebrate a community that needed to be reborn and needed rebirth. And so when we thought about what would be an amazing opportunity to invest in our community here in Atlanta, where we could take our time and our energy over the course of a single day and bring something to life that would change the lives of kids for years and years to come, hopefully equip and inspire that next generation, which is something that we're so passionate about. So when we first had the idea and we began to work with the Boys and Girls Club and Michael Lamont, who's the chief of staff over there here in Metro Atlanta, it was a natural fit for what our organization was trying to do by equipping and inspiring the next generation, and what the Boys and Girls Club does day in and day out and have been doing for decades. So our partnership was very natural, and very early on, even a few months after the initial idea, we found out that, hey, there's an organization who's gonna come and help fund this. We're gonna have a playbook. In the late summer, about 12 weeks before we were supposed to break ground and build, we got word that if we wanted to create the experience that we wanted to create for our team and to have the hands-on impact that we wanted to have with the Boys and Girls Club in partnership, we were actually going to have to take on the project management, the fundraising, the build of all this without the playbook, without the assistance. And the question came to us as a team, is this what we want to do? Is this the responsibility that we want to take on and own? And as we thought about it, we thought, yes, absolutely.
Well, we got started in this process when Nelson called me about 11 or so weeks ago and talked to me about this project that he was heading up and let me know that we've got to have a playground delivered and installed in about 11 weeks. And I told him, I said, well, you called the right person. We are probably one of the only companies that can actually do it because we manufacture our own product. And so my team spent a lot of extra hours, time, and effort getting this thing built, planned, and installed on time.
Yes, there were many times where we didn't know how we were going to do all the logistics and the project management, and who was going to do the demolition, and how would we get all the funds raised in time in order to make sure that we could write those checks. And yet, our people gave everything that they had. Our people joined us in this investment, which was incredible to see. Our community rallied around us, our partners rallied, and people came out of the woodwork to help make this thing happen.
The one thing that I've always said that Whitehead Boys and Girls Club has the best outdoor space, minus the playground. So if you came here before, we didn't have a playground. We had gym equipment, of which we had our 6-year-olds playing on workout equipment because we didn't have a slide. And in an area where I would like to say that Black and brown children are being forced to grow up early, we had nothing that said we are servicing young children. And the one thing that we said that we really, really wanted, and we've wanted it for years, to have it happen, and people didn't even blink an eye, like you really can't even begin to understand what all of this means to us.
I want to thank you so much for coming out, rolling up your sleeves, and partnering with us to create this amazing space for young people. We're grateful for Analytic Vizion. We're grateful for Echo Play. We're grateful for all the employees and community members who came together to make this happen for our kids.
It is so hard to say thank you to somebody when you feel like the words thank you are just not enough. But from the bottom of my heart, we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to every single person involved in making our dreams come true.
I keep thinking about, the year that it took to dream this up and then to bring it to life pales in comparison to the many, many years that kids are going to play on this and be equipped and inspired by this playground. And so we're so grateful that we get to leave such a lasting legacy here in this community, to invest in these kids, to inspire them through the gift of play.